Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're dissecting a fascinating and, honestly, a wildly relatable concept, the middle-class trap. Let's just start right off with a story. Meet Ramesh. He basically represents the average middle-class guy. He earns a decent 40,000 rupees a month, lives with his family in a small flat, and carefully budgets for his EMIs, the kids' school fees, and daily groceries. But day in and day out, Ramesh feels less like a person and more like a machine caught in this relentless, exhausting cycle of bills, traffic, and fatigue.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because one day, Ramesh's colleague shows up to the office flaunting a brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Suddenly, Ramesh feels this deep, burning urge to impress. You know the feeling, right? He wants that wow factor too. So, he makes a completely spontaneous decision and buys the exact same phone for 1,20,000 rupees on an EMI plan. The result? A crushing 10,000 rupee monthly payment. To make up for this massive dent in their tight budget, his wife has to quietly cut out nutritious fruits and pure ghee from their family's daily rations.
And why did Ramesh do this? Honestly, it comes down to a single question. What will people say? Or, log kya kahenge? This simple phrase is arguably the most expensive EMI in Indian society. It acts as this massive mental trap. It's the psychological driving force that keeps around 30 million middle-class Indians stuck in an endless, exhausting cycle of show-off spending, where they prioritize fake status over actual financial stability.
So, here's our roadmap for today. 1. The middle-class trap. 2. 5 causes of poverty. 3. 5 surefire wealth decisions. And 4. Your new financial beginning.
Let's move straight into Section 1, the middle-class trap.
You see, Ramesh's situation isn't some isolated mistake. It's a symptom of a much larger societal disease driven by peer pressure. The intense need to show off, whether that's flaunting expensive cars, throwing lavish hotel birthdays, or buying imported phones, has driven overall credit card usage up by a staggering 18%. Average wedding costs have ballooned to anywhere between 10 and 12 lakh rupees. And yet, despite all this money flying around, overall financial literacy sits at a dismal 27%. People are literally burning through their hard-earned money just for social validation from people who, frankly, do not even care.
Which brings us to Section 2, 5 causes of poverty.
This right here is the core analysis of our explainer. These are the 5 specific traps actively keeping the middle class from building real generational wealth. We have the show-off life, no financial roadmap, fear of taking steps, trusting rumors, and lifestyle inflation. Now, the absolute crucial point to remember here is that earning money and managing money are 2 completely different skills. You can earn all the money in the world, but if you lack a clear financial roadmap, you are on a guaranteed path to disaster.
Now, there is an alarming paradox here. According to the BGMI 2023 Retirement Readiness Survey, 67% of Indians claim to have some sort of retirement plan. Sounds great on the surface, right? But dig a little deeper, and only 12% actually use certified financial planners. Even worse, 48% are completely unaware of what term insurance is, and up to 57% of mutual fund investors don't even know what an SIP, a systematic investment plan, actually is. Actually, scratch that. They aren't just confused. They are flying completely blind.
And this brilliantly illustrates the 4th trap, trusting rumors over real financial knowledge. Because people listen to their neighbors saying the stock market is a gamble, they park their money in fixed deposits, yielding a mere 6%, which actively loses value against inflation. Meanwhile, they are missing out on average SIP returns of around 12%. The result of this trap? A massive gap in investing. Only 8% of people in India own Demat accounts for investing, compared to a massive 62% in the USA.
Let's talk about how this all builds into lifestyle inflation. This is exactly what happens when earning more money just means buying bigger TVs, fancier cars, and eating at more expensive restaurants. To put that into perspective, India's average savings rate is stuck at 18%, while Nordic countries boast savings rates of over 30%. In fact, due to lifestyle inflation, a shocking 60% of Indians start their month already relying on credit just to get by, literally starting the month in the red.
But hey, enough of the cautionary tales. Let's shift gears and fix this. Section 3, 5 surefire wealth decisions.
It is entirely possible to break out of this cycle, but it takes concrete choices. Decision number 1 is super simple. Pay yourself first. This means taking at least 20% of your income and saving it the exact moment your salary hits your account. Before paying rent, before shopping, and definitely before ordering pizza. You've got to automate your savings, even if it's just 500 rupees a month to start. Because look, skipping one pizza won't starve you, But ignoring your financial future absolutely will leave you desperate later on.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is Decision 2, which introduces the 4 power mantras. These aren't just dry financial terms. They are literal shields and growth engines for your family. A term plan isn't just a piece of paper. It's a silent promise that your family will never have to beg for money if you aren't around. Health insurance? That acts as an emotional shield against absolutely devastating hospital bills. And SIP is your main tool for slowly building a massive financial mountain. And mutual funds give you the sheer power of expert management and diversification.
Moving to Decision 3, we have a vital mindset shift. The middle class shows off money through style, while the wealthy save money to buy freedom. Ask yourself, does a 15,000 rupee phone send a better "I love you" text than a 7,000 rupee one? No, the functional value is exactly the same. It is wild that people who think a 500 rupee educational book is too expensive will happily waste 5,000 rupees on a single weekend party just to seek status. Stop showing off and start saving for your freedom.
And that leads us directly into Decisions 4 and 5, seeking real education and building a side income. Please, for the love of your bank account, stop taking financial advice from WhatsApp forwards or your neighborhood relatives. Read proven books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad or The Psychology of Money and find verified mentors. And crucially, start a side hustle. Today, it's not a luxury. It is a hardcore survival strategy. Think of it this way. 1 source of income means continuous stress. 2 sources mean stability. And 3 sources of income? Well, that gives you the power to be the boss of your own life.
Let's bring this all together in Section 4, your new financial beginning.
Remember our guy Ramesh? Let's check back in with him. Here is his redemption story. Yes, he is still painfully paying off that EMI for his phone, a phone that actually lost 15,000 rupees in value within just 2 months, by the way. But he learned his lesson. He started a monthly SIP to pay his future self first. He dedicated time to learning animation to build a freelance side hustle for that extra income. And most importantly, before swiping his card, he now pauses and asks himself, is this an actual need or am I just buying it to show off?
Which leaves us with one incredibly powerful question for you. Do you just want to survive, or do you want to live life on your own terms? Because real wealth isn't about the cash in your bank account today. It's about the mindset and the financial habits you start cultivating right now. Change your mindset, and you take back control. If this explainer made you rethink your spending, or if you know a friend who is currently drowning in the pressure of EMIs, definitely share this with them. Until next time, stay focused, keep learning, and start building your financial freedom today.